Hey guys, and welcome back to another one, and I hope you are all okay on that side of the screen. Now, a few months ago we took a look at the Minix USB Type-C multi-port adapter, and for those of you that don't recall, I'll post a link right over here just in case you want to check that out. This is the adapter that we use here at home, especially my wife on her setup with the MacBook, but as a spoiler alert, here it is. Towards the end of the video, I will share with you more detailed our setup with this stand and the adapter itself. But for now, let's move on to the our quick look at the new generation of Minix USB mini adapter in this particular case. So starting with the unboxing experience, there's not much that I can say, but nonetheless, once we open the package, we'll have the adapter and also a brochure, which usually I don't read. In terms of build quality, it is the same great quality that we saw on the first generation, made of a brushed aluminium, really solid, so there's no risk of damaging it. Looks really cool, and it's made of two pieces, a unibody on the top and then a cover on the bottom. In terms of the texture, it is the same as the first generation, which is the same as, or if it's not the same, it's very similar. I cannot tell the difference between the adapter or the MacBook when I touch both of them, so there's not something that could tell if I'm touching the adapter or the MacBook, which is in my opinion great. In terms of colors, there are 4 colors available: the silver, space gray, gold and rose gold, with a nice detail, which is the tip of the USB Type-C port cable, sorry. It is made of the same material and obviously the same color that the adapter is. Now, the colors are depending on the laptop that we have. On my wife's case, she has the gold, so the one that matches is the gold, and the color is really the same. We cannot tell if it's made on the same factory or not. So this is great. Now, moving to the connectivity, this is one of the things that changed. This is the mini version, so we are expecting to have lesser or fewer ports. What we have here is a USB Type-C port for charging, one HDMI output, which will give us up to 4K at 30 frames per second, and then 2 USB 3.0 ports. Now, one of the things that we might take a closer look, at least that's the point of this video, is a small comparison between these two units. And the first thing that we can see is that the mini is smaller than the multi-port adapter. This is obviously, it is smaller, it is lighter. I did shoot some footages and I included my phone there just so that you guys can have a better perspective. But in terms of traveling, I would go for the mini. Also, there's a big difference there. Well, not big, but a substantial difference there, which is the price. The mini, it is cheaper than the multi-port adapter. In terms of connectivity, the mini does not have a Ethernet port, which might be important or not, depending on the case scenario that we will use these two adapters. There's no micro SD card slot or SD card slot on the mini, while there is on the multi-port adapter, and the mini only has a HDMI option, while the multi-port adapter has 2 versions, one with the HDMI and one with the VGA, which, for example, my wife uses the VGA one when she takes it to give classes. Where she works, there's only an old projector with a VGA input, so this one is the one that she uses. So it is, depending on the case scenario, we will have to look at one or the other. And talking about that, in my opinion, guys, the things that I see on these two adapters would lead me to 2 ways. Now, I would choose the smallest one to be able to take it on the go if I didn't need a Ethernet port, a micro SD or SD card slot, and if I had an HDMI device available. This would be the best choice because it's smaller, it's cheaper, and has the basic connections that we need. On the other hand, as I showed you on the beginning of the video, if I want to use something like this, like the setup that we have for my wife, a laptop stand, and then I use Velcro on the bottom to hold the multi-port adapter, and as you can see on the images, the laptop stays about 4 meters away from the desk that she works with, the display and the trackpad and keyboard and so on and so forth. So all she has to do is to arrive with the laptop from work, connect to one cable, and then everything else is connected there. So this is the ideal setup for us to have at home, where we don't need to take the adapter anywhere. And I did mention this on the first video that I did, but as you can see, it's very comfortable to have all the ports right over here on a computer that it has a great design but only as one port. So guys, this is my opinion. We will have to see the type of usage that we are going to give to our computer, where we are going to take it, if it's only to use it at home or if it's to take it on the go. And then depending on that, there are these two choices, which once again, in terms of build quality, they are great. In terms of connectivity, they have what they have. And at the end of the day, each one of us will have to decide what is better for us. And that is it, guys. There's not much more that I can say about this adapter. Both of them work great for what they are, and hopefully this video will be helpful to decide if this one or this one is for you, or if none of these are for you. As always, guys, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto Jorge, and I'll see you on the next one.